Hey, yo, this is Dash, and I just wanted to show you guys something that I whipped up real fast. So, one of the last times I was down to Kirk's house, actually it was a while ago, but I was down at Kirk's house, and he gave me a few of these shelves. They are roughly 2x3, and they've kind of just been sitting over there in that corner forever, until today. I took and until today I took and I made a little table, and it turned out really well, because this is pretty much where I do a lot of the metal work and cutting between, you know, right there on the floor and with the chop saw. You can see that deck down at the bottom, that board. So what that was I had it sitting on top of a steel drum, and I would have the chop saw on top of that, and I would do some small welding and things like that on top of that as well, which is all well and good, except it was too small. So I made this. And I think I did a pretty good job. Fully welded. I even welded some flat stock to be able to hold my angle grinders. If anybody wants or needs some of these angle grinders, you can typically get them from Harbor Freight for all of 15 bucks. And you know, I have like this one down there was another one I got from Harbor Freight, and this orange one was actually the first one that I got from Harbor Freight, and I think that's a heavy duty one, and that might have been all of 30 bucks, maybe even 40. Unfortunately, I don't have the budget to buy a lot of nicer tools, so I'm still at that getting tools from Harbor Freight stage. But again, the table is roughly 2x3, which is just enough for me to be able to get metal up here and use the chop saw on it to cut it off, and, you know, work with it on the floor. Typically, I just roll my welder over and go to town. There's an outlet right behind here, and I have the chop saw directly into the wall, and all of the angle grinders are in a power strip. Since I won't really be using all of them at the same time, I figure it'll be fine. So there you have it. If you wanted the dimensions, the table sits roughly 3 feet high. It's a little higher than 3 feet. I actually cut the legs out of, I think that's 1 inch angle or 1.5 inch angle, 11 gauge, and I cut them to be 36 inches, and then I left a eighth of an inch, just about, or maybe even a quarter of an inch. It was probably about a quarter of an inch. I'm sorry, thinking brain fart there. Quarter of an inch at the top, so I could weld around the top so that it wouldn't have a hard edge. So it's all rounded over, so I shouldn't snag or get caught on there. This metal here, this shelf, and apparently it is a shelf. I think Kirk said it was a shelf that was torn out of a data rack. I have no idea what thickness metal that is, but it's pretty sturdy. So in putting the whole thing together, honestly enough, I laid 2 of the shelves on their side, put the angle on there, clamped it all together, and between the angle and the shelves, it squared itself up for the most part. I had to, of course, measure where I wanted the shelf to be, which is actually a foot off of the floor. And then this is 1 inch angle or 1 1/4 inch angle. It is 7 inches down from the top to the top of the bar there. Other than that, I think pretty self-explanatory. Chop saw on top. And one of the other things too, I put these the shelves back here to kind of deflect some of the sparks from the chop saw back down towards the floor. Also, I have a little basket here for my like the little cut pieces and drops and whatnot, and then I also have a little area where I put my things. There's the miscellaneous metal pieces over here in the corner, and you see this is roughly like it's not a full sheet of expanded. I think there's 2 feet cut off the end, so probably 4 by 6. All right. Not really a metalworking shop per se, but I find at times I get bored and I just want to make something. So I made something today, and this was the result. So thanks for staying subscribed. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or need any advice or direction. Thanks again for watching.